My name is Dean Kearney and I'm the driver of Formula Drift Oracle Lighting Dodge Viper. I got into drifting through a love for rallying actually. I wanted to go stage rallying originally, and drifting was in its infancy at the time and started off doing it for fun or whatever, and just kind of started getting better and better, and the sport was getting bigger at the same time, so I suppose like in the right place at the right time to grow actually with the sport at the same time, you know. Yeah, I'm actually driving a Dodge Viper now longer than I'm driving any other chassis, which I never thought I would say, but started off on the factory team with Dodge in 2011, and kind of snowballed on from there. It was always a car I know as a boy I had like a fascination with almost. So when I got the opportunity to actually drive it, like it was, I would say at the start like almost a novelty, and then actually we drove the car and we found out, hey, it's actually super competitive, and I just kind of fell in love with the chassis then. Compared to most conventional drift cars, this chassis is more based on a race car, whereas conventional drift cars or whatever would have subframes and unibody, but this is like a chassis car basically. So it holds a lot more advantages in the sense of mechanical traction and stuff, but we have to design and engineer and develop all the parts for it actually ourselves. We can't actually buy anything off the shelf. Absolutely every nut and bolt on this car is custom. This car we've ran for the last 5 years actually in Formula D in the USA. Unique with the engineering with drift cars, I would say the biggest thing that's different to most conventional racing cars now is steering angle. Before, all drift cars I would have said were adapted cars, or were like hubman cars or whatever, like, or a street car, and it was adapted into a drift car. But over the last 4 to 5 years, these have actually become complete race cars now. Like they're built like WRC cars, like all that kind of style engineering and technology is going into them now. Alright, so it is a factory generation tri-motor, built actually with race heads, billet mains, billet crank, pistons, rods, everything like that. Obviously it's de-stroked from 8.3 to a 7.9, it revs to 7,400, and we have a dry shot of nitrous single fogger here. We have a Paxton 2500 supercharger making about 16 pounds of boost, putting us up to around 1150 horsepower at the wheels, so like 1320 at the flywheel. So it's pretty damn impressive. Then going to the suspension, it's all custom knuckles, custom uprights, all bottom control arm, upper control arms, everything custom. We use a factory Ace CRX brake actually, because Dodge do a pack version of this car and they have fantastic brakes. They're super lightweight, they're Brembos actually is what they are. Then we run a Kelly's radial tyres on it. It's like a semi-slick tyre. Front tyres last about 10 to 12 laps. Back tyres last about 60 seconds at full pipes. So this is the cockpit of our Dodge Viper. We tried to keep it super simple, very, very basic. So this is obviously the steering wheel. Then we do have an aim dash. This is obviously the hydraulic e-brake for the secondary caliper on the rear. This is obviously my communications button to speak with my crew chief and my spotter. Then this is a 4-speed G-force transmission, then dog engagement gearbox. Normally if you change gear like an hour car, it's like a really aggressive, like bang, like every time, and everyone thinks it's broke when you're actually in the pits and you're driving through, like oh my god when they hear it, but no, it's actually perfectly normal. Then in the rear then we use actually factory brakes again. We do have a secondary caliper on the rear for the handbrake, because we do actually use quite a lot of handbrake input in these cars. Because the tracks we're starting to run on now are getting more high speed every year, we run a big APR performance wing on the back to try to keep the back end matted on the ground as best we can. So that's pretty much a walkthrough of our Dodge Viper, and hope you get to see it on the hill this year. Absolutely amazing. I'd say the last one was our best run. We brought the tyres all the way down as far as the cords and smoked the place out of it. So it's such an awesome time, and I hope we come back here next year to put on a show for all the English fans again. See you later, guys.